All right, welcome to a live episode of Nerdynomicon. We are live here at Buffalo Comic-Con, day one, man. Brooke and Adrian, unfortunately, could not be with us. Maybe Brooke's going to be stopping by later on today for a little bit of a emotional rant. We're not exactly sure right now. She should be at least back for the next episode. So we're going to do a couple of these this week. So who I have sitting with me today for Nerdynomicon is the only person from the Artful Gremlins you have not heard before. You've heard of her, but you have not heard her voice. This is our resident voice actor. She's going to be heavily featured in a lot of our fictional stuff that we're in the middle of writing right now. But you guys haven't heard the sweet sounds of Holly Vine. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Robbie?
I am doing absolutely awesome. You're blushing right now. I'm like, the sweet sounds. You're like, oh, God.
I know.
Oh, God. I'm not an R&B singer. I don't do blues music. So you're like, the sweet, sweet sounds. You're like, no.
And then it comes out and she's like talking like this.
How you doing, honey? I don't understand why you're talking to me like this.
Exactly.
But no, the guys actually just got done recording some bonus content. We've been playing Billionaire Banshee, a game that we've played before from Game Yay Fun. It appears that they've been targeting cosplayers more than anybody.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, that's a guy with a moose head.
Yeah.
We have to have him sit down with us. But there's nothing wrong with that because there's a lot of fucking cosplayers here.
There are.
I mean, I'm looking around right now. We got Reverse Flash with the red eyes. If he can find some way to make himself vibrate, I think I may fill the cup. This is absolutely awesome. We got two different Spider-Man right now.
There are more than two.
There's definitely more than two, but there's two Spider-Men that are in eye range right now. Yeah, exactly. So we're in like a prime location right now too because we're in Horror Alley.
Right.
And one of the stars from one of my favorite movies, both as a kid and I'm going to be honest with you. Hold on a second, Boba Fett. We've got young Boba Fett here. So awesome. So anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. One of the stars from one of my favorite B horror movies as a kid, and embarrassingly enough, even now as a 31-year-old man, Linnea Quigley from Night of the Demons is like 20 feet away from us. So I've already gone over and talked with her, and she would love to be on this episode when she has time. She's had a lot of people over at her booth.
Awesome.
She's already been talking to us a little bit about some of the movies that are coming out. She's got a cameo in a movie that's dropping next month.
Awesome.
This is absolutely awesome. 3 of the stars from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the Dream Warriors, is over here. We got Kincaid here. We got Joe here. Another cosplayer from Buffalo Comic-Con walking by with Thor's hammer and Wolverine's claws right now. Dude, this is where you want to be. You don't want to be anywhere else in the world right now.
The little flash things on
top.
Yeah,
miss the little flash things. Yeah. Part robot over there. It's been absolutely awesome. So I'm sorry, man. I'm looking around at the cosplay. It's just absolutely awesome.
And then you got me over here who I can't really pinpoint all of them. Like, oh, who is that? Yeah.
Well, you at least recognize everybody in eyesight right now, right?
Yeah. You got a Spider-Gwen.
See, you got me on that one. I was like, who is that one? Is that the White Queen? No, that's Spider-Gwen. All right, touche. So technically 3 spiders within eyesight. We got Jedi over here. Absolutely awesome. Apparently there's a rogue Jedi walking around somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know what? Props to these guys, too, because cosplay is one thing I've never done.
No.
And that's one thing I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't choose. Like, if I wanted to cosplay something, it would have to be, like, super detailed. Like, down to the last buckle on my shoe. It would just be...
Well, what kind of things would you think you would cosplay as? I mean, you already said that you couldn't choose. What are some, like, the contenders? Because I can tell you a couple of things that I'd love to go as.
Yeah.
Pyramid Head, for one.
Pyramid Head?
Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2. But there is no way in hell I've got the body for Pyramid Head. Because I have to be shirtless and wearing a smock. Now, granted, I get a big-ass red pyramid on my head and I get to carry around a giant machete.
Right.
But I'm so ashamed of my middle-aged male nudity. Yeah. I'm like, nobody wants to see slightly pudgy Pyramid Head walking around a convention hall.
Well, I think that's the great thing about cosplay, though, because you don't have to be thin to play a thin character.
That's true. I mean, I already saw a fat stormtrooper walking around here, and that was awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I missed that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard of Porkins in Star Wars and everything? No, this was Porkins as a stormtrooper, only Porky the stormtrooper. It was absolutely awesome. I'm like, you know what? Props. But at the same time, Pyramid Head, shirtless. Not sure I could do it.
Not sure.
And I'd also probably have to, like, shave my entire body.
Yeah,
'Cause
and you want to be
Head's
comfortable.
like... Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Pyramid
I don't
Head's
know.
definitely one thing I'd want to do. Also, a Big Daddy from BioShock. But I'd be so nervous of exhaustion, like halfway through the convention.
Yeah.
Because I'd have to be an entire, like, old-timey deep-sea diver outfit with the drill on my hand. Because, I'm sorry, I'm going with the drill.
Right.
I'm not going as a Rosie. I'm going with drill arm.
Right. See, as far as BioShock goes, I tried playing BioShock when I had an Xbox, and I rented the 2 games from my library, and they crashed my Xbox. Like, it froze, and I couldn't even shut the thing off.
Wait a minute. Libraries loan out games now?
Well, on military bases they do.
No
You
shit,
got a
I
bunch
didn't
of
know
single
that.
Marines with nothing to do.
I did not know that. I legitimately thought that, like, libraries loaned you books and the occasional DVD.
Well, no. Oh my gosh, one of the Erie County libraries. Their DVD section is ridiculous.
Are you
Huge.
serious?
They've got like 6 copies each of like the first 2 Lord of the Rings in like the extended versions, just all lined up in a row.
Oh god, I love the extended versions of that.
Yeah. Me and my coworkers are going to get. We're going to have a marathon day, and we're going to watch all of them. It's going to be
Like
awesome.
only the Lord of the Rings though. You're not
Yeah.
doing Hobbit, right?
No, there would be no time.
Exactly.
Not
That's
enough
like a
time in the
2-day
day.
affair.
Yeah.
It's a 2-day affair, and depending on what order you go in, if you go in like release order or chronological order.
Right.
If you go in chronological order, you do not feel like watching Lord of the Rings by the time you're done because the Hobbit movies, bad.
Didn't
They're
care for
really
them?
bad.
See, I just started reading The Hobbit.
You know the story, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the thing about the Hobbit movies, at least in my opinion, you know, props for making them. I'm glad that they're out there. But for the love of God, how can you turn the Hobbit into 3 movies?
You know
2
what?
maybe.
I was
2.
looking at the book,
But-
and I'm like, there's no way all of that is in here,
Mm-hmm.
but it must be.
No, it must not be. They came up with so much superfluous
They just
crap.
made up stuff?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's like, let's stick this in there. Let's shove Legolas in there. Hey, Viggo Mortensen, you want to be on your... Dude, he wasn't even in The Hobbit. Luckily, that was his answer as well. He's like, no, I don't want to be on The Hobbit. Are you kidding me? Strider was not in The Hobbit, so I'm not going to be in The Hobbit. I'm like, you know what?
That's
Props,
awesome.
Viggo.
Yeah.
Props. Dude, now we got Batman over here. This is awesome. And Deadpool.
And Catwoman. I say Deadpool almost stopped over here.
But there have been so many Deadpools.
Yeah, well, that's the actual actor who's performing today.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know what
And you
he's-
know what? He's got a lot of the mannerisms of Deadpool, too.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
I'm totally fine. Yeah, there is a Deadpool Spider-Man stage show that they do here as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, let's get back to cosplay. So I talked
yeah.
about a couple of the things that I would have wanted to do.
Right.
Now, you said you couldn't choose.
Yeah,
what would you
I would
want?
have a hard time choosing. I would probably end up going with something easy, like, I don't know, Arya Stark or...
Well, you look like Arya.
I almost came as me from
Okay.
Doctor Who.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I thought that would have been clever. But no, I decided today, because this is my first Comic-Con, woohoo, that I'd come as myself. And then I think, you know, maybe tomorrow I'll probably wear a corset. I like steampunk.
Oh,
so
steampunk's
would love
badass.
to do anything steampunk. So maybe
Okay.
tomorrow it'll be kind of steampunk-esque, but it's not really a specific character or anything.
All right, so steampunk-esque. Are you going to do a monocle? You going to wear a top hat? You going to have goggles?
You know, I don't really have any of that stuff at home. I've got a top hat at home. As far as I have a lot of masquerade masks and stuff, but I don't want to wear a mask all day tomorrow. That would be pretty crappy.
Well, not only crappy, that's got to be fucking warm, too.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
There was one Halloween. It was awesome. I went as a... Well, we kind of created it out of this picture of a dress that looked like a burning building. So
Ooh.
at the bottom, it was black, and then it had, you know, like wooden pillars sticking out in all different directions in different shapes and sizes.
Right.
And then it had... The bodice was flames, and then, like, the top upper part of it was smoke. So what we did was we took a gothic dress that I had from high school,
Right.
and we sewed we went to the Salvo and we got these terrible scrub pants that were like orange and yellow, like little yellow specks, looked like, embers. Cut it up into like flame pieces, stitched it onto the dress, took some sheer white stuff, made a sleeve. My hair was like super long and we curled it, we sprayed it white, and I had this mask on all night long, and it was awesome. It didn't get hot, but it was only on my face, so I guess it wasn't that hot. So I guess I could wear a mask.
Fair enough.
Wouldn't be too bad. But I don't know, as far as characters go, I mean, I think I would have to be strongly compelled to imitate a character. They'd have to be pretty awesome.
Well, you already said Arya Stark. Now, granted, you look like Maisie Williams. Well, relatively like Maisie Williams. All right, so that's one. What's another character that you would do? Like, I know you're into fantasy, so, like, Maleficent, Regina. I
considered coming as Regina.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I only have in my wardrobe, I only have stuff to be Regina Mills, not the Evil Queen. So yeah, and Regina Mills, unless, people know what they're looking at, that's kind of deep cuts on that one. Right.
So if you came Evil Queen, people would probably get that. Regina Mills, they might just think that you're a businesswoman that's showing up here, and they're like,
wow,
okay.
She looks kind of crazy.
Oh, even more than that, wow, she looks kind of grumpy.
Yeah, there you go.
Because Regina Mills does kind of have resting bitch face. Now, I'm fine with that.
Lana Farilla is beautiful.
Oh, she's absolutely gorgeous.
God.
I'm not talking about the actress per se. I'm talking about Regina on the show.
I don't know. She's lightened up quite a lot.
She has in the later seasons. But even now, I mean, considering everything that goes wrong with her, I mean, Murphy just loves to fuck with her.
Well.
Everything that's gone wrong with her and Robin and everything. No, it's seriously, I give her permission to have resting bitch face. She's fine for that, okay? I mean, I would probably have resting bitch face, too. Now, granted, if I was in that situation, I'd be living a completely different life.
I don't know who else. I don't know. Anything galactic would be fun. Like,
Star Trek, Star Wars, Battlestar.
Yeah, like a Mass Effect soldier or something.
Ooh,
that would be
Mass
cool.
Effect. That would be cool.
Yeah.
All right. When you started saying galactic, I'm like, you mean like Rey or Princess Leia? We talking Slave Leia?
Right, no.
We talking Starbuck from Battlestar? Because you don't have the blonde hair. You don't have the Katie Sackhoff thing going on.
Right.
So.
No. When me and my sister were young, we never played, like, if we played princesses, it wasn't like, oh, I'm Belle and I'm Jasmine. It was like, all right, you can be Katana today, but I'm Xena.
Nice.
Xena
like, are you talking Katana from Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
All right, that's fucking badass.
Those were our, like,
that's badass.
but, princesses.
All right, you can be Katana, but I'm Xena.
Yeah.
So, like, oh, dude, that's awesome. Hashtag feminism.
There you go.
I can honestly say, for probably the same reasons that I would not cosplay as Pyramid Head, I have never gone as Hercules.
No?
No. I've never played as Hercules.
And you'd like to?
Dude, I loved Hercules, honestly, until I started checking out Xena, because I've always been into the darker side of shows, and it always seemed like Xena was a little bit on the edgier side. You know what I mean? It dealt more like Ares, God of War, and everything like that. Yeah, Hercules was awesome, and he had more creatures, but Xena seemed to have those darker storylines, and that's really what I gravitated toward. And, God, I miss Xena.
I know.
I miss more Lucy Lawless and Renee O'Connor. More of that.
Yeah.
Seriously. Now, yes, we have... Lucy Lawless on a show that's coming back here very shortly. I don't know if you've seen Ash versus the Evil Dead.
No.
Are you
I've
serious?
seen pictures or promotions of it, but I've never
All right, so
watched
you've
it.
seen, like...
Well, I don't do scary stuff.
It's
and
barely
it's like,
scary. It's awesome. Ash versus the Evil Dead isn't scary.
Doesn't he have, like, a saw as a hand or something?
Yes, he has a chainsaw as a hand. What is scary about that? That's awesome. You know what? I would go as Ash. Have the boomstick on my back, chainsaw on here, and I could just walk around the con all day going, groovy. Hail to the king, baby. I could do that. That would be my cosplay. Especially now, because I don't need to worry about being pudgy Ash.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about looking like Bruce Campbell back in the 80s. I can worry about looking like Bruce Campbell now.
Right.
Yeah, dude. That's it. That would be my cosplay. I go as Bruce Campbell now. I go as Pudgy Ash. Nice.
There you go.
All right, we figured it
Now
out.
you got it.
At the next convention I go to, I'm cosplaying as Ash.
Oh gosh,
This
now
is
the pressure's
happening.
on and I have to make a decision?
Now you have to make a decision. Oh, Power Ranger.
I don't know.
Power Ranger, Harley Quinn, Robin, and a random witch. Is that a reference that I should know?
The white hair?
Yeah, the white hair over there.
I have no clue. But his sweater matches his shoes.
Okay, well, that's one way of looking at it then. All right, so back to you. All right, so I've come up with my cosplay costume. What are you doing?
I don't know.
This is happening.
I don't know.
This is happening because we have more news for our audience after we make this decision. This is happening to you.
Do? I don't know. Maybe like a gender bend of something. Those are always cool. I think those are my favorites to see. I like to see when people take a character and they either blend them with another character or they swap the gender. I think that's awesome.
So you mean like Chick Batman or something like that?
Yeah.
Or Rainbow Bright just walked by, so like male Rainbow Bright.
There you go. That would be cool.
Okay, so how about this? You go as Ash. I'll go as Rainbow Bright.
But I don't know Ash.
Well, then we need to change that then, don't we?
The extent of my, quote-unquote horror film watching is
this isn't even
Tucker
a
and
film
Dale
anymore.
versus the, what is it, Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Tucker and Dale. Yeah.
I've
By
seen
the way,
that.
amazing movie.
Yes.
And, that's another genre subversion right there, okay? Kind of like Cabin in the
comedy.
Woods. Exactly. That's exactly it. It's a genre subversion because, yes, it has all the horror movie elements. And for those of you who do not know what this movie is, it's awesome. Get your ass to Netflix, get your ass somewhere, and you need to watch this movie.
Yes, you have to see it.
Basically the plot of Tucker and Dale versus Evil, okay? A couple of redneck buddies, all they want to do is go up camping and go fishing. That's all they want to do. But on the other side of the lake, there's a bunch
super
of...
sweet, too, though.
Oh, they're the sweetest guys in the world.
Yeah.
So on the other side of the lake, you've got a bunch of teenagers that are just showing up there and being douchey. Hashtag like you do.
Well, they see him at the
Oh, yeah, they do
gas
see them at the
station,
gas station, and they're freaked out. They're like, oh, God, the rednecks are here.
The rednecks are going to get us. And the one of them, I can't remember, Tucker, right? No,
Yeah.
Is it Dale that likes the girl? Tucker.
That was Tucker.
Tucker. So Tucker sees this beautiful blonde teenager,
and she is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, and he's like head over heels, and he wants to go and he talk to her, but he stammers and scares the crap out of her, and all these guys are like, "You guys."
And he's standing there with a
dead,"
scythe, mind you.
right?
So you're seeing things kind of like through their perspective as well. So you're seeing them as like, oh my God, these are horrifying looking hillbilly guys.
Yep.
But you also know the true story of it, and they're just absolute sweethearts, and he's just incredibly awkward talking to girls.
Right, he's like cleaning out the back of the truck, and he's got like a scythe or an axe or something, and it's just hilarious. So they get chased out of the gas station by these teenagers, and then they go to the cabin, they finally get there, and I think something happens while they're on their way there, like a cop pulls them over, and they look like they're
something
doing
like that.
Something promiscuous on the side of the road. But it turns out the teenagers are camping nearby, and one of them gets drunk and lost, and they find her, so they help her, and the teenagers think that Tucker and Dale kidnapped her, and it's hilarious.
It's
There's
absolutely...
wood chippers, and...
So essentially, death and mayhem ensues, but not in typical horror movie fashion. Okay,
and
death
Tucker
and mayhem
Dale are terrified.
Exactly, because both parties are horrified. They think that there's some sort of suicide pact going on.
Right.
That these guys have shown up, to kill themselves in random ways, and the teenagers are trying to quote rescue their friend,
right.
And just death and mayhem ensues. So you've got the horror element of it, but it's actually a comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the Crimson Guard from Star Wars right there.
There we go.
Freaking awesome. So that's what happens with that. I mean, it's very similar in a lot of ways to Cabin in the Woods. All right, Joss Whedon movie.
Cabin in the Woods.
It's very similar to that, although in that one, it's still a genre subversion, but on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Okay.
Okay. In that sense, there's a lot of comedic elements, but at its heart, it's still basically a horror movie.
Okay.
Now, you get to Ash versus the Evil Dead. We've got Killing Joker here. Absolutely friggin' awesome. See, this is what I'm talking about. These people commit.
They do.
We gotta come up with an idea for you.
I gotta... maybe by tomorrow I'll have some more ideas.
So...
I don't know. Maybe I'll be a derby girl.
There you go.
Yes.
So,
I've always wanted to do derby.
You've always wanted to be in the roller derby?
Always wanted to do a roller derby. I have a
I
girlfriend down
don't
in North
understand
Carolina.
this about you. You mentioned this earlier. You're basically comprised of like 70% Care Bear DNA. I don't understand your fixation of wanting to be a roller derby girl.
It's always the quiet ones, though, isn't it?
You know what?
Isn't that what they say?
That's a good point. But, like, for instance, I'm like, hey, Holly, guess what? Artful Gremlins is live podcasting at Buffalo Comic-Con. I'm pretty sure your reaction was levitating about 4 feet off the ground and clicking your heels and doing some sort of crazy dance. I'm not positive, but I think that was your reaction. I'm like, dear God.
And this is how he views me, folks.
Yeah, basically as Care Bear DNA.
There you go.
You're like a Care Bear personified.
What's my
Although they
little
were personified
what
already,
would I
technically?
admit if I was a Care Bear? You
what
know,
would be your
like,
Care Bear?
Yeah, you got like Braveheart and
Well, you know what?
Grumpy Bear.
You do have a passion for the moon and like lunar activity. So what
There you
about
go.
Moon Bear or
Moon
something
Bear.
like that?
Yep,
How about that?
that works.
You like that?
I'm a fan.
All right, there we go. So going back to Ash versus the Evil Dead,
Okay.
Because we've gotten so. We started out with cosplay, then we started talking about movies and everything. So
We're
let
talking about
me
dirty.
hit this up here. But you know what? Yet another subversion. Before I continue on with that, we have yet another cosplayer here.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, so we're talking about cosplay. We're trying to figure out what she should cosplay as, because I think I've found what I'm going to cosplay as at the next convention that we go to.
What
All right.
exactly are you going to cosplay as?
All right, so here was my mindset. I've always wanted to go as Pyramid Head, but there is nothing good about anything over here. And I'd have to go shirtless, shave myself down and everything like that. Let's be honest, nobody wants to see pudgy Pyramid Head walking around here,
I don't
okay?
think so.
First off, that's going to make me cry myself to sleep tonight. You didn't have to agree with me there, but that, you know what? That's fine.
I'm
So-
sorry, I'm a bit of an asshole.
Dude, so am I. All right, it's totally fine. I was joking with you anyway. So I think I found out what I want to do. I'm going to go as Ash from
I was
Ash
just
versus
about
the
to
Evil
say
Dead.
You should go, 'cause
Right on, man.
You
Right
got the same body type as Bruce Campbell.
Exactly.
Well,
Unfortunately,
not back
Bruce.
then, but definitely now.
Again, ouch. But you know what? It's true. Hashtag Ash Truthers. So that's what I think I'm going to go as. Then Holly over here, she's saying, well, I like to cosplay with subversion of genre. So maybe if I was a female version of a dude. So we're talking a little bit, I'm like, a Rainbow Bright just walked over. So how about I go as male Rainbow Bright and you go as female Ash? She's like, I don't understand the movie. So first off, what are you cosplayed as for our
I
audience?
am cosplaying as Dr. Stephen Strange.
You excited for the movie coming out?
Very much so, yes.
Oh, dude, the trailers look fucking amazing.
They do.
They look
really
so
do.
good.
I love I love like the magical element, like
Right,
how,
right.
And I love like Doctor Strange's face when he comes back from like that teleportation kind of thing or whatever, and he's like, "Teach me." And it's,
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
His face is all like, "How the hell is this happening? This is awesome."
Dude, Benedict Cumberbatch is finally in Marvel, man.
I call him Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Cumbersnatch.
Cumbersnatch, that works too. I'm a huge fan of
I have
Cumberbatch.
I have nothing
I love
against him. I just like saying Cumbersnatch.
No, I get that. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm okay with it, I think. So, what do you have any suggestions for Holly here for cosplaying?
You kind of got you kind of look a bit like Shailene Woodley, so dye your hair reds, and you'll be like that version of Mary Jane that never got to be on the theater.
Mary Jane from Spider-Man. All right, that works.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name, man?
My name is Hank Dunn.
Hank Dillon?
Yeah.
Cosplaying as Doctor Strange. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for stopping by.
And if you'd like, you can check me out on YouTube.com, Mr. Hank Dunn, DUNN, capital M, capital H, capital D, or Bat Towers Productions on YouTube. That'd be much appreciated. We're trying to start our own film things. So, yeah, thanks.
What do you do on YouTube?
We make a lot of short sketches.
Like kind of funny type deal,
kinda
or like
funny.
college humor or something like that, or what?
Kind of college humor. We got we just a month or two ago, we uploaded a video called "What If We Were in an Action Movie," and it's just us screaming around, scared for our lives, shooting at things.
I love it.
Yeah.
Anybody doing impressions and stuff like that?
No, but we did. But we are watching Running Man at the beginning, so.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love it.
And we also have a short 7-minute, which is basically just an interrogation scene between a detective and a serial killer.
All right, yeah, I need to contact you, man, because we got to do something together. I would love to be interrogated by Dr. Stephen Strange. We need to do like a fucking mashup.
That'd be fucking
Dude,
amazing.
I will cosplay as Chubby Ash. You can go as Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange can interrogate Ash. Okay, do you like this?
Can Necronomicon be put in there somewhere? 'Cause I
Dude,
feel like
our
that
show is called the Nerdynomicon.
That would be fucking amazing.
Take a snapshot of our sign right there, man.
I shall.
Follow us on iTunes. Follow us Google Play, wherever you listen to podcasts. We will get in touch with each other.
Okay, and also that's battowersproductions.com.
Sounds good, man.
Bat Towers Productions on YouTube. Sorry, we don't have a website yet.
Holly.
Yes.
Mary Jane, what do you think?
Mary Jane. I'm working on it. Mary Jane. Woo! I think I could do that.
You think you could do that?
It's kind of I would just look like a patron, wouldn't I? She just wears normal clothes and.
I don't know. Mary Jane had some cool outfits going on.
She?
But yeah. I mean, I would definitely look into it and stuff like that. But
Okay.
we got Ray standing here. What about Ray?
She's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You look great, by the way.
What about Star Wars? Could you do Star Wars? Subversion of genre. All right, we need to get on that subversion of genre. So you wouldn't go as Ray. Would you go as Poe?
Well, I wouldn't
You
say
could go
I
as Poe.
wouldn't.
Well, you're such a subversion of genre. How else am I going to become Rainbow Bright?
I don't know.
I think she should go as the male version of Finn and go full blackface.
The male version of Finn?
Yeah, from Star Wars.
That might be fun. I do like the jacket.
The jacket
was
is
pretty
awesome. But do you have the proverbial balls for blackface?
Probably not.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, he already said that I'm 90% Care Bear, so.
Oh, I don't know about me, dude. I'm pretty crass. I'd be like offensive bear, okay?
Offensive Bear. I start shit. That's my Care Bear stare.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so I think I have a feeling that we're narrowing things down. Female
Yeah.
Deadpool. What about female Deadpool?
They do that all the time. Everybody, yeah.
Well,
It's something. I mean, I would do something that's been done before, but that just seems so.
derivative.
Yeah. Just,
All right.
Well, I don't know. It's a bodysuit.
True.
So you could be female, you could be male. It wouldn't really matter. So I don't know. I just want to do something that maybe a character that I'm passionate about. I don't know. But then again, I'd have to figure out what I'm passionate about. So.
You've got an excited look.
I could be a female librarian from the Librarian series.
Tell us about the Librarian series because I am drawing a blank right here. I have no idea.
Librarian,
I don't know the
staff
librarian.
And,
So
no?
you got a librarian. What's the draw?
Oh, well.
For those of us
now
who
you're
don't
looking
know,
at me and I'm like, oh, never.
No. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm saying I don't know the librarian.
There's
What is
a library, and
Okay.
it's alive,
Okay.
and it's under
it? Alive like
New York,
it's a
I
Leviathan
believe.
type deal, kind of like Moira in Farscape.
Well, it's just magical. Okay.
Okay.
So it selects a librarian. And the librarian's job is not only to protect and keep safe all of the artifacts that he finds, but to go out and find, these artifacts. They actually brought it back and turned it into a television show, and the show's great. Now there's like 5 librarians.
Oh shit! I think I've heard of this show before.
Probably, it's great. It's on. Nope, don't remember.
So let me get this straight. Are they out looking for like cursed objects or something like that, or?
Yeah, and there are.
All right, so it's kind of got that Friday the 13th, the series type.
Well, I never saw Friday the 13th,
Well, that's
so you can't ask me to compare it to that.
As far as the TV series, that was kind of the point of it, is they were out looking for like cursed objects and everything and getting them away from the populace. Like a music box that could make you dance yourself to death.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And what they would do is they'd locate these cursed objects and then take them back to their warehouse to just get them away from people.
And get them away from people. And the TV show that they started up is basically all of the magic is gone from the world. And only...
Deadpool just stole something.
Yep.
I have no idea what's happening. And I think he had a rubber chicken.
Well, yeah, he has...
I love it.
Squeaks when he runs.
I love this.
Spider-Man's over there on his tower like, where the hell did he go?
All right, so back to the librarians.
There's they call themselves what do they call themselves? I don't know. I guess it's been too long. Now I sound like a schmuck because I don't really know how to tell you guys about the librarians. There's bad guys, and they want to bring magic back to the world, and they want to use magic for dark purposes.
They want to use it for evil instead of good.
So they're trying to break into the library.
Okay.
And it's just, shit happens, and
the library is where everything that is awesome is.
yeah. not just books, but King Arthur's sword and I don't know, lots of stuff. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
yes,
a severed finger
real.
keychain. We just saw that. Okay.
I'm not surprised.
Nah, neither am I. Neither am I. But it is awesome.
If you say so.
I do. Especially if I'm going to go as Ash. All right, so like King Arthur's sword is real. Fuck, what's some more like magical stuff in things like like Aladdin's lamp? Is that a thing in this?
I don't remember if the lamp is there or not. But there are 3 or 4 TV movies, and it's like The Librarian and The Spear and
TV movies. So is this British then? Is it like a British show?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Only reason I ask is England seems to do that with a lot of their IP and stuff like that, like Torchwood.
Yeah.
Instead of having like full run series, they've done a lot of like one-off movies, which I have no issue with. I mean, Children of Men was awesome.
Yeah.
But, that's the only reason I was like, is it British? Because I feel like I've heard of this show, but I don't know anything about it.
So, but he has this very specific look to him. It's the same librarian from the movies who's the head librarian in the TV show.
Okay.
And he has a very specific look to him.
All
So,
right.
I don't know. Maybe that. I like books, so that's kind of what kind of brought it up first. I couldn't just come as a giant book. I suppose I could.
You could if you wanted to.
Could.
I've seen people go as far weirder. I mean, hell, we're looking right now at the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh my gosh, and he or she's daughter is Dorothy from The Wizard
Really?
of Oz. Yeah.
I see no Dorothy.
Well, he's quite large.
Oh.
Dorothy's in front of him, I'm sure.
Gotcha. Yeah,
He was-
the Marshmallow Man is
together.
obscuring Dorothy. Like you do.
Like you do.
Like you
now,
do.
what is that?
That is some
Tall,
sort of
scary
crazy
thing.
tall
Like a
ghoul-looking
bat or
thing
something?
that I am kind of embarrassed I can't pull a reference from.
But yeah, I don't know what that thing is, but it's very tall and creepy.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll be right back. We're going to go find out what this guy is. Okay, so we were a little bit distracted just a couple of minutes ago with this giant hulking monster as we're trying to figure out what Holly's going to cosplay as. So instead of, trying to go over and decipher the mystery of what in God's name am I staring at and why are my pants filling up with moisture right now, we decided to have the creators of the comic that this creature is based on with us. Ladies, what are your names and what do you do here?
I'm Fawn Genovese. I'm pretty much everything at Outlaw Productions. It was founded by my boyfriend, Asafer Genovese. It was a character off a concept album he did in the 90s. He's a musician. We considered doing a rock opera for a long time, and I did his music videos for him.
A rock opera?
A rock opera.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I know, right?
That's so cool.
I'm his videographer. I did all his music videos, and we ended up hooking up with a local producer, and I did music videos for his movie, and I thought we could do better than that, and we got picked up before our first episode was even out. Amazon does all our production and distribution.
Right.
It's so far, we just finished our 6th episode. We do a photo novel with each episode. The books are taken off. The collectability is just outrageous.
Right.
The first edition originally sold 5 years ago for $7. I just seen it sold on eBay for $900 in Texas.
Are you serious?
Everything I brought at Comic-Con today are signed editions, not to bring the collectability down. We're a local production, self-produced. When we started our soundtrack, we were promoting original bands, all original music for soundtrack and promoting the bands.
Right.
We're working with a lot of Canadian bands now. Canada supports their people.
Gotta
so
love Canada.
They give us a kickback for everything we use, but we work with Brighton Rock. Heads up, they're great people. Great musicians. It's a lot of fun. I have a great crew. Barry's been with us from
at least 2 years now. Episode 4. Episode 4. So 2 years, yes.
When we started with Amazon. They picked us up to do video on demand. They wanted everything G-rated. So we had a director's cut, and the director's cut sold, and so they lifted our band.
Nice.
And we picked up Penthouse Badass Jolene Hex. She came in the 3rd episode, and the 4th episode we also picked up Bamboo Jessica. She's a Playboy model and a Fuel Girl and Suicide Girl and feature dancer, great girl, busy girl.
Awesome.
And in front of her is a pro dom. She's very tall. Her boobs. She's
Going up to her boobs. That's awesome.
Beautiful girls. We have Lynn Lowry. She plays a goddess. She's from the Crazies and the original Crazies and the Cat People.
Right.
Michael O'Hare. He plays Lucifer. He was in Silent Hill. The
Love
gentleman
Silent
that
Hill.
plays God is Omega Stafford. He played keyboard for Bobby Brown. He produced DMX. He's a great man. We're surrounded by just brilliant actors. Our monster, Rich Wilson.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about this monster that's going to be haunting my dreams for weeks to come.
He was created by Rick Baker. All our characters, our aliens, our puppets, our monster are created by Rick Baker, recently retired.
Legend in special effects. Legend. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking, there's Baker and Savini, and that is where the list ends.
Yeah, we have a lot of great stuff. We're starting out, we're self-made. We just did it,
He's scaring the kids.
Yeah, we just do it,
He's
I don't
trying
know,
not to
everyone's
scare the
smiling
kids.
so hard.
All the kids seem to love the monster here.
So, and this is the monster from Outlaw, is the name of the comic.
Right? The character's name is Six. He's played by our star, Asa Genovese, and this is his alter ego when he gets mad, sort of like the Hulk.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I turn demonic, motherfucker.
We have a couple characters that are shapeshifters. We have a character that plays Lilith. She's a shapeshifter. She's very, very well-known local actress, wrestling, ballet. She's here today with
Superhero Alliance.
Awesome.
She's in a lot of productions. We have just such a great crew and such a fun time doing it.
That's
Would you like to add something, Harry?
I think Fawn covered it. My character is one of Hex's first servants, but I end up turning on her because I secretly work for the Illuminati, and I'm all for my own. So there's...
Yeah, Hex is a succubus. Her character...
So we're going deep cuts here. We got succubus in this.
It's
Do we
really
have
like
the
a
incubus?
soap opera.
Not yet. Well, we're working on Incubus. We have
Spoiler alert.
We have Illuminazis.
Episode 7.
Hybrids. We have aliens, human hybrids, aliens.
Wendigos?
Sounds awesome. What's that?
Do we have Wendigos?
We're working on that. Like I said, we just started our 7th episode, and
So
it's almost
awesome.
like a soap opera. We can't. It changes. We method act.
Mm.
So I write general script and idea, and our characters fill in, and so it constantly changes. So it keeps us on our toes, keeps us surprised and
Right.
interested. So you never really. It's been written 1,000 times. It'll be written 1,000 times more.
Yeah.
Every actor kind of brings something into their character. I mean, especially Michael O'Hare, who plays Lucifer. He really has developed such a well-rounded character that
Right.
couldn't be played by anybody else. It
He's
couldn't.
really your own. And it's funny because everybody that watches our stuff, they each have a favorite actor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one person. So that's really good.
That's absolutely awesome. So we got the video media. What about, there's a comic over there as well? Where can we find
We
this?
do a photo novel along with the movie. Everything's available on Amazon, Queen City bookstores, Tower bookstores, or directly through us. We have a table here. It is, like I said, adult content, so you want to watch your children 17 and under.
Well, hopefully if they're listening to this show, they're at least somewhat adult content anyway, because we are marked as explicit.
And you
So,
can also, on YouTube, we do have an Outlaw channel, or if you come on Facebook, we have an Outlaw site. We have for the first episodes you can watch for free, actually.
that's so cool. That's great. Ladies, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll get some contact info so that I can put it on the show notes for our listeners.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Welcome. Thank you.
Toodles.
All right, that was absolutely awesome, and
Yeah,
that
he is
creature
pretty
will
cool.
haunt my nightmares. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to be watching the fuck out of Outlaw.
Well, now
I've
we've
heard of
got-
Outcast. You know, Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead,
See, I don't watch The Walking Dead.
but you've heard of The Walking Dead.
Well, yeah.
All right. Okay, so after seeing the alter ego of Six and standing right next to the Green Ranger and a guy
Lady
with a moose
Merlin?
head that frightens me,
There you go.
and he has a mustache. Moose
The
head is
moose with a-
photobombing.
A moose
That's awesome.
stash.
Have you had some time while we've...
And a margarita glass. Did you see that?
The mustache and the margarita glass?
He's a moose with a mustache and a margarita glass.
This is pretty awesome. All right, so have you gotten any more time to think about what it is you're going to be doing?
I wrote down a couple things while Robbie was over investigating. Did you watch Dark Matter?
I love Dark Matter.
I like 5.
5 is awesome.
I love 5.
5 is, I believe that 5 and 2 are my favorites.
Yeah, they're pretty great. So
1 was my favorite,
5.
And then I'm like, nah.
Yeah, not
but
a
no,
big
5
fan
is
of 1.
absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I love 5. You probably haven't read the Lunar Chronicles.
I have not read the Lunar
talking about the
Chronicles.
moon again.
Yes.
But Marissa Meyer wrote a great series. It's just a flip on fairy tales, and Cinder is a cyborg, and it's amazing. And she's a mechanic, and that would be easy. That would be fun.
Okay.
When I read the book, it was the only time I ever read a book, and I was like, "That's me."
I'm gonna allow it.
There you go.
I'm gonna allow it.
Cosplay's for everyone. That was pretty much it. But if I was thinking like superheroes, that would be awesome to do.
Okay.
My very favorite X-Men is Storm, but again,
That's because Storm is awesome.
I'm not black.
I've seen Storm done without blackface.
Yeah,
Okay?
but I love
Storm is awesome. I'm not
her.
gonna lie.
I mean, she's supposed to be from she's not an Amazonian, but she's from,
Right.
an indigenous people. So
Right.
I'm Care Bear. So
So you worry too much about people's feelings to even try to attempt that.
well,
What about Psylocke?
But like
You
I
could do
said,
Psylocke.
I would have to be like detailed, very detailed.
I got that. You could do Psylocke, though. I mean, if Olivia Munn can do Psylocke and crush it, best part of that movie, you could do Psylocke.
I haven't seen the new X-Men film yet. I know. My husband doesn't like stuff like that, and I don't have time, so it's Redbox. And then when we go to the Redbox, it's like, what do you want to watch? I don't know. Well, do you want to watch X-Men? Not really. Okay, then, what are we going to watch?
And what's the answer?
It's usually something serious, like a drama.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right,
Like this weekend, I rented The Boss for myself.
Oh, dude, The Boss
And
is
I
amazing.
watched
The
it.
Boss is, in fact, Boss.
Yeah. But it's not his. It's not his. I mean, it's not sci-fi, but,
Right.
Sometimes when you have alone time, you got to do that kind of stuff. And I don't have enough alone time.
All right, Darth Vader walking by signals that we need to cut to a quick break before we wrap things up, before we tell you guys the reason that we're talking cosplay so much. So we'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Here at Buffalo Comic-Con, we made a lot of friends. We met a lot of contacts and a lot of cool people, but there's one friend in particular I'm going to tell you guys about, and this is endorsed by not only Nerdynomicon, but also Couldn't Be Models.
Hi, I'm Michelle Cromwell with Cromwell's Curiosity Shop, and we have a booth at pretty much all of the local comic book conventions, and we sell polymer clay jewelry that is mostly cameos, but we're spreading out into other stuff, and the entire purpose of our shop is to provide cosplay pieces for people that have historical superhero costumes or unusual anime costumes that are original, that are looking for pieces that they cannot find anywhere else.
Oh, we love cosplay here at Artful Gremlins, okay? We love cosplay so much, but we also have a lot of international listeners. Where can they find your stuff online?
All of our stuff online is at www.cromwell.biz. We are also on Etsy, and we are also on Facebook under Cromwell's Curiosity Shop.
You heard it here, guys. You heard it here. You want cosplay? You need to go to Cromwell. Cosplay, Cromwell. It's synonymous, man. Tell our listeners who you are and where you're from, what you do, everything.
All right, well, I'll leave the illegal part out, but I am Bill Hume. This is my wife, Joy Hume. We are from Batavia, New York, and we own the business Fox Prowl Collectibles at 97 Main Street.
That's awesome. What do you guys sell there? Like, I'm seeing Godzilla here. I'm seeing Slimer here. What do you guys do?
Everything, a bunch of comics, graphic novels. We're mostly toys, so we get about 50,000 comics, but as far as toys go, we have tons of Star Wars, Godzilla, and a lot of horror, Spawn, you name it, Transformers, G.I. Joe, the list is endless. We have a lot of old vintage stuff from the 60s through 80s. We carry a lot of current lines. We're wholesalers for NECA, Funko, Sideshow. We have Entertainment Earth, Diamond, HobbyLink Japan.
Yeah, you were telling me that you even get stuff imported like directly from Japan, stuff that like nobody else around here has.
Exactly. That's like the Godzilla is kind of one of our main fortes that we deal in. So like people drive from 3 or 4 hours just to come to Batavia to get our high-end Godzilla stuff, X Plus and all the goodies.
Before we wrap up here, if there was to be a kaiju attack anywhere locally, where do you think it would be?
Well, of course, Batavia. Actually, that's the... We've done some of our store promos of Godzilla walking by the store, and we just relocated from Ellicott Street to 97 Main Street. And one of the videos we're working on doing, we advertise in our local theater. One of the videos is a chunk from the upcoming movie Godzilla Heritage fan film, where Godzilla steps on the building, but we're going to superimpose the old Fox Prowl building into the clip what he's stepping on. So that's going to be the reason why we're moving. We also do a convention every year in Batavia, Fox Prowl Con. This year's is going to be November 18th through 20th, 2016 at the Quality Inn and Suites right off the thruway. FoxProwlCon.com, FoxProwl.com, Facebook. We're easy to find. Hashtag FoxProwl. Just everything is Fox Prowl.
Everything's Fox Prowl, and it's 3 days full of fun activities, con, vendors, panel rooms, and just a lot of fun. Come and join us.
Naked women.
Ooh, naked women, lots of people. Who's
dancer group? We do have a belly dancer group there.
Ooh, I'm not in that belly dancer group. No.
Well, not yet. We can talk.
Hey, you got my number. We'll talk. Who are some of the people that's shown up there in the past?
Last year we had, off the top of my head, we had 3 different Power Rangers, 2 Dino Thunder Rangers, Steve Cardenas, the Red Ranger, Sleazy P. Martini from Gwar, Mark Dodson from Star Wars and Gremlins. We had a couple of actors from The Walking Dead. Anna Minarovich played Ed from Season 1, Carol's husband. We had a few wrestlers. Santiago Cirillo. We had 2 of the guys from the show Comic Book Men. We had Larry Hama, legendary comic book artist. Guys from Face Off. And this year we're going to have an even bigger celebrity, you.
Ooh, that's so great. Thanks so much, guys. All right, here's the thing, though. There is a reason why I've been asking about costumes and cosplaying here. It's because this is our first convention that we are broadcasting live at. But apparently already it's not going to be the last convention that we're going to be broadcasting live at, because we were just approached while setting up here to check out Fox Prowl Con, November 18th through the 20th at the Quality Inn Suites in Batavia. Okay, so at least one of those days, looks like the Artful Gremlins are going to be doing yet another convention in about 2 months.
Here we go.
And you know what? For this one, I think it's important. I think as a symbol of solidarity, we're going to be live podcasting in costume.
Whoa.
We're going to cosplay the podcast. That's what I'm thinking.
There we
so,
go.
Holly, you have got 2 months
to figure something out.
And you know what? I think we're going to be running a little bit of a contest here. Okay.
Amongst ourselves?
No, we're going to leave this up to the listeners. We're going to come up with some ideas for costumes, and we're going to let our listeners vote.
Choose
not
our
just on
costumes?
You. Yeah. We're going to have our listeners choose our costumes for us, not just for you. All right, I'm not going to single you out like that.
Right.
I'm going to do it for me, too.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm going to warn everybody that, the first and third option for me is going to be Ash.
Yeah.
So, doubling up.
I just had a thought. Do you know who Hullabaloo is? It's a Hullabaloo. It's a steampunk cartoon. It's in works.
Okay.
She's a steampunk crime fighter.
I was not aware of Hullabaloo.
Oh,
no.
well, I'll have to.
You're going to have to subject me to Hullabaloo then.
And then, there's nothing out yet. It's just like pictures and sketches. It's actually another Brian Kessinger
I still haven't
thing.
even seen any pictures or sketches yet either.
Oh, well, there you go. So maybe that would be fun.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah. So, all right then. I will think on it and.
Yeah, we're going to think on this. We're going to come up with some options. We're going to leave this up to I think we're going to do this for our Patreon supporters. People that follow us on Patreon, we're going to have a live contest. It's going to be going on for probably about a full month, where you guys get to choose the costumes. This is where they get involved for us. What do you think? Be
kind, please.
So, guys, if you want in on this, we've got a lot of other stuff there for you, all right? Exclusive bonus episodes. We've got some fun prizes for you guys. We're going to be doing giveaways on there as well. But now the latest thing to check out on Patreon.com is going to be the costume contest for our next convention. So head over to Patreon.com/ArtfulGremlins to join in all of the fun.
Yeah.
So we've started out talking about the convention that we're at. So we started out in the present, and Holly, we're looking to the future.
We're looking to
the
future.
Next convention that we're going to.
We must.
But we still have all of this convention, and we've got another day of this convention. We're gonna rock this thing all weekend.
Yes, we are.
All right. So until the next episode, I've been Robbie.
I'm Holly.
Let's close the book on this episode. See you guys.
I'm hungry.